What's good, everybody? Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it, y'all. We are here today to talk about Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 12. And the name of the episode is called Calm After the Storm. Okay? Now, y'all, listen. It was so much that went on. We ain't gonna be able to touch everything. We're gonna be in here for about an hour and 15 minutes. I don't feel like me personally, I don't think that no review deserves to be over an hour and 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's pushing it because it's over a show. But we're gonna talk about it. If I get done before we get done or whatever, I'm gonna drop the link or whatever, and we're gonna come up and we probably when it's time because lately I haven't been feeling the vibe lately when I've been dropping the link or whatever. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. So we're gonna talk about the episode. I'm gonna just do a recap. A review. We ain't gonna touch play by play. We're just gonna talk about what happened on the episode, and then I'm gonna talk about what Heavenly said over there on her YouTube channel or whatever. Then we're gonna drop the link, okay? But again, the name of the episode is called "Calm After the Storm." Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 12, and we got to talk about it, okay? But before we get started, let's see who in here, and then we're gonna talk. Richie B, what's good? Malaya Michelle, what's good? It's the live. Yeah, we live. Tanya, what's good? Ms. Mo1, Rob J in the city, what's good? The Inform, what's good? Can you speak in tongues like Evangelist Park? I definitely cannot. S11, what's good? Nina, what's good? Well, my mouse ain't working. Okay. Nina, what's good? She fancy, what's good? The way that Dr. G was talking to Sweet Tea in the bedroom, oh my God, what was he? I'm not trying to be funny. We're going to really have to talk about what was going on because I saw a lot of people on Twitter that was upset about what was going on with Dr. G and Sweet Tea, and maybe I'm really convinced. So I'm convinced that we know. Okay, can we have a real talk? Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. Okay, in my head, I am convinced. So okay, for instance, with Married to Medicine, not Married to Medicine, Love and Marriage Hip Hop, Love and Marriage Huntsville, correct? Y'all know how some people saw the clip of Heavenly. Y'all know how some people saw the clip of Melody and the whole conversation around grooming on Love and Marriage Huntsville, depending on what cable provider that you got. I believe that what these reality shows are doing is that they're showing certain clips or editing the episode and like switching things up with different people. Because I could have sworn that, for instance, like, okay, so some people saw that the grooming conversation took place over there at the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, and some people didn't see it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So when I saw the clip, when on my TV, what I saw Heavenly tell Phaedra that she had invited Apollo on the trip. And I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, no, she didn't. She asked her, could she invite him on the trip or whatever? And Phaedra said, surprise me. And I was like, no, that's not what happened. That's not what I saw. And he sent me a clip. He watched it on his TV. He sent me a clip of Phaedra. He sent me a clip of Heavenly telling Phaedra it wasn't the same conversation that I saw that took place. You know what I'm saying? And so I think what I'm saying is, yeah, I saw what when Heavenly asked her, she said, yeah, surprised me. But when I initially saw the clip on my TV and I watched it live, Heavenly told her that she was going to bring her on the trip. And when she said, surprise me, she said that too. Do you want me to tell the girls? And she said, let's surprise them. I really believe that they're showing different clips to different people. And she asked, so the clip that he sent me, what I'm saying is real quick, and I'm about to start the review in a minute. What I'm trying to say is if y'all have a hard time following what I'm saying, what I saw initially, Heavenly didn't ask Phaedra. She told Phaedra that she invited Apollo. I invited Apollo on a trip. What my friend showed me, the clip that he showed me was Heavenly asking Phaedra, can she show him, and saying surprise, and she said, surprise me. But on the clip that I saw initially on the TV, she said, let's surprise them as far as the girls on the trip because she asked her, do you want me to tell the girls? And I feel like that Bravo is manipulating the clip so people can, different people are just saying different things. And I just feel that way. I honestly, truthfully feel, I've been feeling like that for a couple of years now. At least since last year or the year before that, I've been feeling that way because I would come online and I'll be like, everybody act like they didn't see what I saw. And I know I'm not crazy, but I'm telling you, that's what I saw initially. I believe that production is playing games. Okay. So, again, sorry, I'm late. I'm sorry. I had to get some stuff needs to get off my chest. Okay. But again, we're here to talk about the Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 12. And the name of the episode was called Calm After the Storm. Okay. So let's go. Let's run it. Okay. Dr. G and King. Okay. Dr. G and King, it wasn't a fight. I already figured that it wasn't going to be no fight from when I seen, because I feel like that Heavenly has been trying to lead us, making us think. They made it seem like it was going to be a fight at first. Then they said that G was going to be running from King. And now I figured that when I saw Watch What Happens Live last week, I knew it wasn't going to be a fight. And I told y'all that, by the way, that Andy was talking to Dr. G. It wasn't going to be a fight. Now, I will say this. I didn't see Dr. G run. I seen Dr. G move out the way and get ready to defend himself. Okay? But y'all, the man was charging at him. Okay? Heavenly going around saying, what's happening is, y'all are letting people who never been into a fight before tell y'all what was going on. The man was not running. This man was charging at me like a bull. You want me to just stand there? The man took off his shirt and was running at me like a bull. So for me to prove to y'all that I'm not scared, you want me to stand there and let him just run up to me and hit me? Are you serious? What we are talking about is like, are you serious? He was not running. I'm not gonna let nobody just run up on me and I'm just gonna stand here to prove to you that I'm not scared. I'm gonna move out the way and I'm gonna get my hands ready or whatever. And if he hit me, we just get to fight. Now, did Dr. G look like he wanted to fight the man? Did he look like he wanted to fight the man? No, but at least he was getting ready to defend himself. You get what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with a friend last week about, I just feel like that people are trying to, it's really people who've never been really been into a fight before, or they really don't know how to move around, different scenarios, that are really saying crazy stuff and sounding real green. I'm not going to just prove to you that I'm not scared of this man. I'm not going to stand here and let this man charge at me and get hit. Are you crazy? I'm not about to stand up here to prove to you want me to stand up here and get hit. That's crazy. Okay? Sweet Tea took off running. Sweet Tea looked like she was getting ready to fight King. Sweet Tea looked like that she ran over there and she was getting ready to fight King. Now, Quad seemed like that she didn't want none of Sweet Tea, because the way that Sweet Tea had ran up and the way that Sweet Tea mouth was moving, I would have thought that Quad, because what I'm saying is, I could have been Sweet Tea, but I couldn't have been Quad in the situation, because Sweet Tea, the way that Sweet Tea had came up, Quad was looking like, Quad didn't really want none of Tea. That's what I saw. She was saying, go get your husband, girl. I've been like, girl, what's up? What you coming over here for? It ain't gonna be none of that. Okay? Does that mean that Quad is scary? No, she probably just didn't want to fight. You don't always have to meet somebody. Like, just because a person is on some BS don't mean that you gotta be on it too. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay? Now, who I thought it was scared, I thought Heavenly was scared to come, because Sweet Tea was acting Buck. Sweet Tea was on Buck. Heavenly was even scared to go over there, because she know that, baby, once the girl played her eyes on Sweet Tea, on Heavenly, she probably would have got charged there too. Okay? It looked like that Sweet Tea. Now, I'm being real. What I saw, so maybe the emotions was running high. Sweet Tea seemed like she was having a breakdown. And you know, she was arguing with Heavenly. She was getting ready to fight. She seen her man was getting ready about to fight or whatever, and her adrenaline was running, and it could have been too much. And it seemed like, you know, she was breaking down. And so me and Contessa, you know what I'm saying, ran around her, and they was putting they was giving her words of affirmation. I'm trying to remember what happened. They was giving her words of affirmation and comforting her. And Phaedra grabbed that woman, baby, and started speaking in tongues. Baby, I don't care how many times I see that clip. When I see that clip, I laugh until tears come out of my eyes. That was hilarious. To see to see Phaedra in a cover up with blonde hair, a sheer cover up with blonde hair in her head, and she was grabbing, what's the girl, T? She was grabbing T and speaking in tongue and was falling back like she was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, baby, no. Baby, that was hilarious. Do you hear me? And the way that Sweet Tea was screaming as if something was leaving her body. Phaedra was falling back, baby. Phaedra was like, I feel like if Contessa and Mimi didn't have their arms around her, Phaedra would have fell on the ground. Phaedra would have fell on the ground, baby. Baby, that was hilarious to me. Do you hear me? That was, baby, that Phaedra, I don't care what y'all say, Phaedra is good TV. That is that is the top reality moment, TV moment that I've seen in years, baby. Y'all not getting, baby, I don't care what y'all say, baby. If Andy can invite Phaedra on Watch What Happens Live, and we can talk about that for 30 minutes, baby. We can talk about that for 30 minutes, baby. That was hilarious. Do you hear me? Apollo said that he been knowing Phaedra since 97, and he never heard nothing like that in his life. But Apollo Mouth ain't no prayer book. Apollo Mouth ain't no prayer book. Apollo is the same person who lied and said that Kenya was trying to give him a fellatio, chasing him all over LA, trying to give him a fellatio. Apollo Mouth ain't no prayer book. Okay? So Sweet Tea and Greg, they decide to leave, and so they're leaving on separate boats now. So we got Sweet Tea, Greg, Phaedra, and Check in one boat, and we got everybody else in another boat. Okay. As they was leaving, Greg was really upset. Have you ever seen? I have been like that before. You know when you almost get into a fight, or you get into a fight, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? You almost seen red, and you just, you know what I'm saying? You are trying to calm yourself down. I can tell that Greg was going through that and like really was trying to process what happened. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Tea is talking to Phaedra them, and she's saying, you know, all I did was ask, and she is telling the truth. All she did was ask Heavenly a question, and Heavenly went off on her and started cussing at her. And she said, you know, I'm not getting ready to fight a senior citizen. And you could tell that when she said that, Dr. G was like, girl, because the thing is, yes, Mo Walker, his adrenaline was pumping. A girl is saying, I wasn't getting ready to fight no senior citizen. I've never been into a fight in my life. Girl, you sitting next to a man who is almost a senior citizen too. You sitting next to a man who was almost a senior citizen too. What are you talking about? Okay? Mims, what's good, Mims? Phaedra needs to gargle with holy water before she can pray for me. And she can't pray for me, baby. Okay? It seems like on the other boat, a lot of the blame is put on Sweet Tea, but all Sweet Tea did was ask a question. They're able to put blame on Sweet Tea for stuff because she's young and she in a group and she don't really have a voice, right? And because she's not a doctor. They're able to put the stuff on and blame the stuff on Sweet Tea, but I don't think that what happened was really Sweet Tea's fault. I believe that she only asked Heavenly a question. Heavenly went off. And I definitely don't blame Sweet Tea what happened between Dr. G and King. If we're talking about what happened between Dr. G and King, the second time around, I feel like King came over and started it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you could just walk up to somebody or any person and say, I'm gonna let you make it. Absolutely not. You could have said some more words. And he over there telling Quad, yeah, you can say whatever you want. I got your back. I got your back. No, you can't. She can't say whatever she want to say. Sorry. She can't say whatever she want to say. Okay? So the next day, most of the ladies meet up. Most of them are meeting up. When they meeting up in pairs. Okay. We got Heavenly and Lamone, Heavenly and Simone. They meet up. They get a knock at the door by Apollo and Shireen. Okay. Heavenly apologized. She said that she didn't know that was going to happen. Okay. She didn't know that Phaedra was going to bring Shaq. Okay. You didn't ask her either. They was going on a couples trip and you thought that it was okay for her. You wanted her to bring Apollo. And you also invited Apollo's wife. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. To me, I believe that Heavenly knew the whole time that Shireen was coming. She could say whatever she wanted to say. Her mouth ain't no prayer book either. I believe that she knew Shireen was coming the whole time. And why would you even invite Shireen on the trip anyway if you knew Phaedra was going to be there? They was only out there to agitate Phaedra. Point blank in the period. Okay? You couldn't have been thinking that they were co-parenting well or getting along after their divorce well if she said at the reunion that he's not able to come into the house. So I don't know where you got that from. Apollo said that Phaedra said the check said that he didn't know her. That doesn't even make sense what Apollo was saying. You know Apollo a little slow. That's why he kept on getting caught and went to jail. That doesn't even make sense because you said that Chet called you and told you that he was going on a date with her. So why would Phaedra say that he said that he didn't know you? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So Phaedra said that Chet didn't know, that Phaedra told you that Chet said that he didn't know you. Meanwhile, Chet is calling you, telling you that Phaedra said, Chet is calling you and telling you that he's going out with Phaedra. That doesn't make sense. Okay. She said that he didn't have a problem with Phaedra bringing anyone. The problem was that he was bringing his good friend. And Heavenly said Phaedra knew that Apollo was coming. Phaedra knew that Chet was his good friend, and Phaedra did this to play in Apollo's face. When a woman don't like you, baby, they could be dangerous. Because the same thing could be said about Quad. The same thing could be said about Quad, right? That she bought somebody on the show to make her ex-husband jealous and his wife, because Phaedra didn't do nothing but bring somebody on the show because her ex-husband was on the show with his wife. And she said, look, I'm not about to be here by myself. I'm going to bring somebody. The same thing could be said about Quad. You ain't saying the same thing about Quad, is you? You only saying that because you don't like Heavenly. I mean, you don't like Phaedra. These girls are nasty, okay? Paulo said that he tried to reach out to Phaedra that morning and she wasn't having it. And he claimed that Chet called him that night and wanted to see wanted them to go to the strip club. I don't believe that either. That's different. They've been together over a year. JMFB, they not married, is they though? See, they ain't married. We don't know, first about JMFB, how we know they had been together over a year? Did you see him last year? Because I sure didn't see him last year. How do we know they've been together over a year? For all we know, he's a renter man. No, it's not the same car. I've been with her man, baby. Have you seen him? Did you see him last year? We don't know if that's her man. I don't know if that's her man. She didn't bring, what I'm saying is they didn't bring a husband. Quad didn't come on the show with a husband. Because y'all love marriages so much. It ain't legitimate unless they married. Quad didn't come on the show with a husband. Quad came on the show with a man because her ex-husband was on the show with somebody. So Phaedra did the same thing. It could be seen the same way. Okay. Jackie go and meet with Phaedra. Okay. When I tell you that Phaedra paid Jackie dust the entire time, Jackie looked like that she was going to come in and she was going to get an embrace from Phaedra. Phaedra did not embrace her. Phaedra walked back to her bed and told Shit, can we have a room for a second? And she told Jackie, I'm disappointed. And I'm mostly disappointed in you. Because, girl, you're supposed to be the leader of this group. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like what happened to me yesterday. And I would have thought that you would have broke it up and you know what I'm saying? Comforted me. And Jackie said, look, girl, what could I have done? And Phaedra said, nobody came and supported me. Jackie, last year when you was going through what you was going through about the black women maternity mortality and black women don't feel pain or whatever the fuck shit that you said over there, Phaedra spoke highly of you. Phaedra put her own reputation, what little bit reputation she had on the line and co-hosted the Med Gala with you. Okay? She helped you reach the goal of $100,000 and she gave more than anybody on the show. She gave more than anybody on the group. So yes, Jackie, you and some of the women could have showed her some support. You could have showed her some support that day. Heavenly told me that that you was bringing him, and you should have told her, I don't think that's a good idea. Matter of fact, I wouldn't want my ex over here. You supposed to stand on business, Dr. Jackie. Heavenly, don't you think that's going too far? Because I'm being real with you. I wouldn't want my ex-husband here. I mean, I wouldn't want that girl that was in Hampton Head here. You doing too much. And then he bringing his wife too. Y'all was there to see the stuff go on. Phaedra said some people can be played with, and I'm not one of them. And she left, Dr. Jackie and played Dr. Jackie complete dust. Baby, Dr. Jackie's skeletal jaw was on the floor. Couldn't believe that she was being, ignored. She asked Phaedra, do you really want to leave? And Phaedra said, I do. And when she said, I'm due, she didn't even turn around and look at her when she said, I do, and walked out the door. Said, I hope you have a nice trip. Phaedra didn't even say nothing to her. Phaedra didn't even say nothing to her when she said, I hope you have a nice trip. Okay? Phaedra ended up leaving. And this is how you know that Heavenly was full of shit. Phaedra ended up leaving, and Apollo was given the boot. The only reason why him and Shireen was invited into this group was to agitate Phaedra and push her buttons. And once Phaedra left, Heavenly them said, to hell with Apollo. To hell with Apollo. They could have let Apollo stay on the trip, Apollo and Shireen. Heavenly is trying to word it as y'all can, y'all can stay. No. Y'all didn't want them there. It was no need for them to be around. What do y'all want with this felon and this adulterer? This woman beater? Y'all didn't really want them in the group. Y'all only wanted them in the group to agitate Phaedra. And once Phaedra left, y'all didn't see a need for them there anymore. That's what happened, baby. Let's be real. Heavenly can say whatever she wants to put a bow on it in the confessional. She left. She left, and y'all gave them their ass to kiss. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Q. He says she paid tree stump dust. I'm sick of the Easter Bunny, old mean heifers. Yes. Mean girls. Mean girls. They some mean girls. Okay? The men ended up meeting up. Wait a minute. Okay. The women meet up. Baby, when I tell you that Quad looked good in that green outfit, Quad looked good. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. Question for you, Agor, besides the moment currently with Phaedra bring up. What did Phaedra bring to the show? What value did she add, if any? Heaven helped us. Baby, she gave us speaking in tongues. She gave us speaking in tongues. She gave us a moment. She gave us a moment. That is the best. That's the best. Baby, what Phaedra did will always be remembered in Married to Medicine history. That was one of the biggest, baby, that was the biggest moment in Married to Medicine history. Do you hear me? Phaedra was speaking in tongues, baby. And falling back. You're going to ask me what Phaedra brings to the show. What Jackie brings to the show? What Jackie brings to the show? Nothing. Okay? Nothing. Okay? The women meet up. Jackie tell the group that Phaedra said that the group the ladies in the group were a bunch of mean girls, and they are. Okay. Simone said that the Sandbar revealed how bad Greg and Quad relationship really is post-divorce. And I think that we got to give Quad and Greg some grace. And I keep on saying this, and I'm going to repeat it. I don't think so. I think it's the mess, it's the instigation and the agitation that made things go left like that. I believe that Quad and Greg, we seen it. If it was so toxic for them, Quad would not be able to go up to Greg Lasher at the Met Gala and give him a hug around his neck, right? But it's the every time Heavenly get into it with Sweet Tea, she bringing Quad into it, and it's the when we have this game that we playing and everybody asking these questions and Liquor is involved and we sitting them right next to each other, and Quad is allowed to speak about what she want to do or what she got going on in her relationship. And G was sitting back there taking it. You know what I'm saying? But when you got Toya bringing it up, oh, I just feel so bad for you. Now people is performing because that's when the stuff really went down. So I think that we need to stop trying to make it seem like they can't be around each other. And the women need to take ownership in what they're doing because this is what y'all want to see. Y'all want to see them get into it. Y'all want to see the shit go down. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. Y'all want to see this go down. This is what y'all wanted to see. Y'all didn't want to see them behave like mature adults. And you would think that that's what y'all would want to do with y'all being y'all profession. How much of a pedestal y'all see yourself on? You would think that's what they wanted to do. Y'all are lazy just like the other reality TV girls. It was lazy. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said Missy Elliott gave us tongues on the record, and actually Toya and Mariah have the biggest moment on the show. Dynasty. No, baby. They've been dethroned. Okay? The men meet up. Damon said that he agreed with King about sticking up for Quad. What's he he said that he agreed with King about sticking up for Quad. Again, like I said, Quad should be able to say what she want to say, but we have to admit that once Toya got into it and started saying stuff, Quad started auditioning. I mean, so Quad started, she was auditioning. She was putting on. She was giving us Shakespeare. Yeah, we was in a marriage and I left that marriage and it's done. You know what I'm saying? And she want to be able to say all that. Y'all want her to be able to say all that, and Dr. G ain't supposed to say nothing back to it. You know what I'm saying? She was performing. Yes, Milwaukee, anyone can say what they want to say, but words have consequences, so be ready. Right. Exactly. And why is Toya on the show? Okay. Let me talk about Scott real quick. Scott, the gaslight is crazy because Heavenly will have you believe that Scott is a real man. Now, she done accuse Scott of being Ike Turner, physically, verbally, mentally abusing Contessa over there. And Scott over there trying to act like, what Heavenly said about him a couple of episodes ago didn't go down. See, you playing along. See, Scott is over there playing along to get along because Heavenly has been saying stuff about you too. But see, you don't want to address it. You want to sink back in the background and try to make it seem like you above it. No, it makes me think that you are more guilty because I guarantee you, if Contessa would have said some stuff about Dr. Damon would have approached you about it. Just like when Sweet Tea had said some stuff about Greg, he went and approached Dr. G about it. About when Sweet Tea said stuff about Damon, he went and approached Dr. G about it. So you sitting up here acting like, like the people ain't never said nothing about you. You want it to go away, so you just trying to cower. Heavenly can't say what she want to say. Heavenly can't say what she want to say. You definitely guilty. I believe that Scott is guilty of everything that Heavenly said. That's why he want to just move on. And that doesn't make him no real man either. Thank you for the super chat, ma'am. She said she ain't even speaking tongues when she lied on Candy. She ain't even speaking tongues when she lied on Candy. Thank you for the super chat, ma'am. Did she lie? I don't know. The audience saw Scott do all those things. He definitely guilty. Exactly. Sawati and Dr. Elmo left the marriage. Shut the up. Sawati has your facts wrong. Sawati said Dr. Elmo left the marriage. Shut to the up. Sawati, you had your facts wrong. Yeah, she definitely had the facts wrong. She definitely had the facts wrong. Okay. What happened? So we got Greg and Sweet Tea. Okay. Greg said that he needed to leave. He needed to leave because it was a toxic environment. And he said that if Check had not been there, they would have been fighting to the death. And I believe that Dr. G was correct. Okay. Sweet Tea said, yeah, I don't think it was going to be that serious. Y'all wasn't going to fight to the death. And he was like, Sweet Tea, you could just be so naive sometimes. She was like, well, the man was there and I was there. And he was like, well, what was you going to do? And she was like, well, I've been combat trained. And he was like, okay, so do you know him? I think, again, and this is what I keep saying, everybody always thinks stuff is a game. It's always people, and she said herself, she has never been into a fight before. You know what I'm saying? People is always trying to tell you what would have happened. If they would have got to fighting, they would have been fighting to the death. Not literally to the death of them, but they would have been out there on their beach going hard. Okay? Do you actually believe that King took off his shirt and started charging for him and he wasn't going to try to, you know what I'm saying, really try to beat up Greg? Or that Greg wasn't going to be trying to fight, that they weren't about to be out there fighting as hard as they can? So they were going to go out there and they was going to be getting down on camera. And I think Sweet Tea doesn't want to admit that they was going to be fighting to the death of them because to her, it seems like that they're going to be fighting over Quad. And I don't think that she's ready to admit, well, Lazy think that they'll be trying to fight over Quad. You know, a lazy person would be, King would have tried to hurt Dr. G. Yes, and King would have tried to hurt Dr. G, and Dr. G would have tried to hurt King. They would have been fighting, they would have been getting down. It's always people who ain't never had a fight before try to downplay what was going on. That man, adrenaline and stuff was still pumping. They would have been getting down. They were really about to fight. They would have really been out there fighting. Okay. What ended up happening after that? And so they got upset. You know, he told her, girl, you could be so naive sometimes. And she is being naive. They would have, she is being naive. Them people would have been fighting. And she is saying, I'm entitled to my opinion. But you don't know this man. You don't know him. So you don't know what he was getting ready to do. You don't know him. That was a dangerous situation. I'm not saying that she couldn't take what I'm taking that Dr. G is saying. I don't know how the viewers, how everybody else is taking it. What I'm saying, thinking that Dr. G is saying is, girl, we would have been out there getting down. And you are naive to think that man, the way that that man charged me, that he wasn't going to try to fight me as hard as he could. When you get into a fight with somebody, you are going to be fighting as hard as you can. Not to defend Dr. G, but even the smallest man had more physical strength than a woman. I don't think that he was talking about her physical strength, though, y'all. I don't think that he was talking about her physical strength. I think that he was saying that she was naive because she was trying to downplay what King had done and like trying to attack him. You know what I'm saying? He tried to attack him on the beach. He charged at him. And she's trying to downplay what was going to go down if Check was not there. They would have been fighting hard. They would have been getting down. He would, if he could, he would have tried to he would have beat the shit out of Dr. G, or Dr. G would have tried to beat, they would have been trying to beat the shit out of each other. I really do believe that. And Sweet Tea is naive to think that it would not be. I think that Sweet Tea doesn't want to admit that, again, because it's going to look like he's fighting over Quad. But no, we fighting because this nigga ran up on me. Thank you for the super chat, Shanutka. He said, let's be real. Phaedra got the call to return to RHOA, and that's why she was out like the lips be on deck. If Married to Medicine was the only option, she would have stayed. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You think that she would have stayed like Quad did after she was played with season after season? She's not even married to medicine, my love. What's good, Russell Wendell? He said, regardless of whether Sweet Tea was right or wrong, his response was crazy. She was naive. She was naive. And you are entitled to your opinion, but your opinion, she was naive. Now, I don't know if I do believe that Sweet Tea was gonna fight for her husband. She was gonna be trying to fight with her husband. I do believe that. I believe that she was gonna fight with her husband, and I do believe with her being military trained. I don't believe that all women. I believe that some women can beat up some men. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Some women can beat up men. I've seen it. Thank you for the super chat, Rondell. She said, am I the only one who noticed King slow down? Did you see the left punch that he tried? Thank you for the super chat, Rondell. Did you see the left weak punch he tried to throw too? Yes. As angry as he pretended to be, he couldn't get past Phaedra, friend who was holding the drink. Right. And I was looking and I was saying, Shekton, you can drop that drink. He checked and even dropped the drink. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Rondell. What else happened? Okay. The girls ended up, wait a minute. So he was talking to Sweet Tea. Then at the end, they ended up having a couple's like therapy session or whatever. They was going to do a listening exercise. And Dr. Mimi and her husband, remember they bought that little $5 dish that Quad had blew her lips into? They bought it and they bought some lemons and they wanted to do a listening exercise where they're going to put lemons in a little tray, and whoever got the tray, they get to speak and everybody else got to be quiet and listen. Okay. And they started it off saying, how do you feel about the presence of exes in the group? And as Mimi was talking, but Mimi basically said that, you know, she doesn't think that from what she saw, that she doesn't think that the presence of exes in the group will work if both parties or both exes have done their work. And so you have forgiven yourself and grieved that relationship. Okay. You can tell by the way that Quad was looking, for me, that Quad really didn't like the words that Dr. Mimi was saying. Again, I do think that Quad and Greg, I don't care how much work you have done, I believe you could have done all of the work that Ayanna gives you. You could have done all your work. But if you are in the presence of people like this cast who is asking these questions, trying to make sure that you go off, want to see some shit go down around some messy people, it would have went down with anybody. If Michelle and Barack Obama, as high as they go, if they got a divorce and they was in this group and people agitating and sitting them next to each other and trying to make sure something happened and keep on gaslighting them, baby, the people would have gotten, it would have been the same reaction. I think that we need to give Quad and Greg some grace and stop trying to make them look and seem like they childish. It is the group. It wasn't Dr. G and Greg. It was the group. They wanted to see something go down. They wanted to see something go down. They did. They wanted to see something go down. And y'all let Heavenly continue to do this season after season and wipe her hands with it. Like, you know, girl, y'all started this. You start. This is what y'all want to see go down. Thank you for the super chat, Desiree. She said he was trying to let T know that she was talking too much on camera. He might have a lawsuit up his sleeve. I don't think he liked her being dismissive. She was definitely being dismissive. She was definitely being dismissive of what was getting ready to go down. I think that she is naive. I really do think that she's naive about what. I don't think that she was naive. She just don't want to admit that her husband was getting ready to fight King. Thank you for the super chat, Mims. He said they should have kept that woman who exposed Toya. What woman exposed Toya? Tell me what happened. Oh no, Grace is no grace on me. Tell Heavenly that Gabor, you missed. I was gonna get it. I was gonna get it. Y'all, Heavenly wanted to go. Heavenly wanted to go down. You're right, Gabor. She wanted the controversy, but now they're shocked that it almost got violent. What did y'all want to happen? Y'all lucky last year that Sweet Tea and Quad didn't get into it. I'm glad that Sweet Tea and Quad didn't get into it. I thought that, again, I would expect this to go down on Love and Hip Hop. See, what happens is these girls who are supposed to be above this stereotype because they doctors, these girls who are supposed to be above the stereotype, they want the ratings. See, people look at the girls that above the stereotype as boring, right? So they wanted to drop down below and be lazy. Y'all supposed to, if y'all above the stereotype, stay above the stereotype and show us what it's like. Show us grown women getting along. Show us that the ex-wife and the new wife can be friends and have a relationship. What Heavenly was doing was lazy. Her thinking was lazy. The same way I feel about the charity event that they did, the gala. Girl, y'all are lazy. Y'all girls could have put the money. Y'all supposed to be these type of bitches, these upstanding type of bitches. Y'all could have put y'all money together and raised $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Gave the money to make sure it was $100,000 and gave Phaedra y'all ass to kiss, but y'all couldn't even do that. Phaedra them are not Phaedra. Heavenly them are lazy. They lazy. They talk shit about the other girls and the girls on Love and Hip Hop, but y'all the same girls. Y'all the same type of bitches with MD behind y'all name. Y'all want to be right, S11. That's true. They want to get on to the RHOA views and status. Yes. Dr. G is disrespectful to his wife. He is disrespectful to his wife. I've seen it last episode and the episode before that. I've seen him gaslight her. On this episode, though, from what we saw in that house, I feel like Sweet Tea was being naive and she was being dismissive of what was getting ready to go down. She was being naive of what was getting ready to go down. I do believe that. Jackie said that, if it was her, she didn't want. What happens, and let's be real, the only reason why they're doing this exercise is because Phaedra called them out. Phaedra Park said that this was a group of mean girls, and now they're trying to act like they lift each other up. Y'all lift certain girls in the group up, right? When Curtis was walking with her nigga, when Curtis nigga was walking through Hilton Head and was at the airport in Atlanta, y'all lifted Jackie up because y'all look at Jackie as that girl in the group. She the leader of the group. Don't leave him, Jackie. Stay with your man. Right? Simone, stay with your man. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Nicole, leave that nigga, he gay. It's only certain girls that y'all lift up. It's certain people that y'all lift up. Y'all don't lift everybody up. Even the stuff over here with Contessa. It don't seem to me that they were trying to lift them up. Y'all only lift certain people up. It's not y'all are not lifting everybody up the same way. Thank you for the super chat, Laura B. She said, I can't believe Dr. Jackie sat there and said that she doesn't think that they're mean girls. She and Heavenly are pathetic, to be honest. Oh, yes. Yes, she did. Did she? Yes. They only lift up certain girls. Everybody should not be lifted up. Sorry. No. Yes, baby Jackie and Curtis. What Curtis did should not be lifted up. What Curtis did should not be lifted up. Absolutely not. You did what? You told me on camera that you didn't want to have no baby with me, that you didn't even want to adopt a baby with me. You want me to come home, I done changed my schedule and did everything I needed to do for you to be in your good graces. And the next thing I seen, you was walking through the Atlanta airport with another woman, holding her hands and stuff, your arms all around her in Hilton Head, and you 6'10". Absolutely not. Get rid of them. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. In the words of a properly bona fide, pay your dues. Y'all, please hit the like buttons. Yeah, I do not lift everybody up. Some people need to stay down. Right. They treat Curtis different, and he was cheating. Right. They treated Curtis different. Okay. Jackie said that I'm being real. If it was me, I wouldn't be able to handle it. That my ex ain't welcome in the group. Jackie, they'll never bring your ex into the group. Because they ain't the right type of bitches. I would about that I would have brought that girl into the group. Me and her would have been filming. And I would have introduced you to her. Because it's okay for Quad. Okay. Okay. Toya said, the group is wrong, y'all. I feel like y'all keep saying we not mean girls, but we really need to look in the mirror because we do some messed up stuff to each other. We do. And now the girls want to admit that they do some messed up stuff to each other. Okay. And so Heavenly says, I'm like Jackie. And I feel like another thing with Heavenly Girl, you already told us at the beginning of the season that your apologies don't really mean nothing, that you just apologize to be apologizing. Okay? So your apologies don't really mean nothing. And you apologize to Quad because you said that you didn't consider her. I call bullshit. You considered Quad. You didn't give a damn. You didn't give a damn because you thought this was good TV. And you don't know. Thank God that Quad is a strong woman, because seeing Greg and Sweet Tea on this show, that could have broke Quad, and you supposed to be her friend. I know y'all feel like Quad is a bad bitch, but what I'm saying is that could have broke Quad. What seeing Greg and Sweet Tea on this show, y'all didn't know what that could have did to Quad is what I'm saying. You didn't know, but you didn't give a damn because you cared more about the views. Let's have real talk. Y'all like to make it seem like the Heavenly didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't know what having that man and Sweet Tea on the show could have did to Quad. It doesn't matter that Quad looked better, that y'all think that Quad looked better than Sweet Tea. It doesn't matter that y'all think that she looks better to her. You did not know what they could have done to Quad. We don't know that Quad didn't go home crying that night. She'll never let us know, but I'm saying they could have broke that girl. And then y'all tried to kick her off the show? Girl, please. You didn't care. It wasn't that, I didn't consider. You considered it. You didn't care because you thought it was going to make y'all Real Housewives of Atlanta, darling. You thought it was going to make y'all Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's what you cared about. I know that it was DV in the relationship, Lexi Lane. I'm not talking about the DV in the relationship. What I'm saying is with Sweet Tea and Greg on the show, we don't know what that could have done to Quad. Even with him being around the group, if there was DV in a relationship, we don't know what him being back in the group could have did to her if he was really over there abusing her. With him being in the group at all. With him being in the group at all, let's just take Sweet Tea out of it. We don't know what could have happened to Quad or what they would have done to her with him just being around at all. You don't know. You don't know. We don't know. They didn't think about. They didn't care. They thought about it. They didn't care because they thought it was going to be there for ratings. That could have broke Quad, but they didn't care. It could have broke them. It could have broke her, and they did not care. Okay, and so Quad accepted the apology. I don't think that we should have done a reunion this early, especially if these 2 episodes is going to be the best episodes of the season. I don't think they should have done a reunion because I don't think that they don't have the pulse of the viewers. Because I think that Heavenly and Sweet Tea, and we're about to talk about what she did on her page. But the thing is, they don't have the pulse of the viewers. And Heavenly and Simone them are in the confessionals, and they are thinking that they won. Heavenly, Simone, Jackie, they think that they won. They think that they beat Phaedra. But everybody is looking like, girl, no, baby, y'all lost. Y'all, what? Y'all lost. Y'all didn't win. Y'all lost. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look pressed. Y'all look bothered. Y'all do. They do. To me, they do. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. He says Sweet Tea is the most authentic of the group. Most authentic? That's a stretch. That's a stretch. Sweet Tea can do some wrong. Listen, Sweet Tea can do some wrong. Okay? Sweet Tea can do some wrong in the group with the women. I'm not saying that Sweet Tea is innocent of everything, but I do think that the girls pick on Sweet Tea. And when Sweet Tea leaves the show, Quad and Toya better get ready because they are going to treat her the same way. They're going to treat Quad and Toya like they've been treating them. Because, you know, Heavenly feels like for this show to be a good show and for it to be successful, the girls going to have to fight and the girls going to have to be, they're going to have some type of drama. So she's going to be starting mess with the girls again. Or Contessa. They're probably going to do it to Contessa again too. Because Contessa ain't really into the group like that. They don't look at Contessa as if she one of them. They don't look at her like she really one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, Thank you for the super chat, lovely Mo. Let's find Curtis's mistress and interview her. I wondered if she have a baby. Okay. So let's okay, let me see if I can hurry up this real quick. Okay, so Heavenly went Saturday, Heavenly went live Saturday night. So what happened was Heavenly said, and I watched like the first probably 10 minutes of the video. Heavenly did a live because she had dropped the trailer. I mean the clip of my girl speaking in tongue, of Phaedra speaking in tongue. Okay, and more clips had dropped on the show, and she seen that the viewers was not on her side, so she went live in defense. And she was trying to make it seem like, oh, y'all didn't grow up the way that I grew up. So y'all don't really understand. And I don't really understand you because you think that you're doing something that you ain't doing. You're getting the pulse of the viewers and they're not in your favor. So she was on the defense. Okay. Meanwhile, somewhere in the thank you for the super chat, Mrs. Z Green. She said, I'm tired of Dr. Biggs and Twigs. Beaver isn't so bad, but she's teetering too. I normally don't go in on looks, but I'm in my Vixen villain eras. So the smoke I give. Okay, you got to let me know who Dr. Biggs and Twigs is. Beaver isn't. Okay, so I'm thinking that Dr. Biggs is Big Heavy. And Twigs is Jackie. And Beaver is Simone. Am I right? I'm ready to throw Beaver. I'm ready to throw Beaver and her husband away. Because when Heavenly got down there and started asking questions when he stole that $25,000 out the bank account, because he stole it, he didn't make it, he stole it. It was Simone's money. She just had his name on the account. You wasn't bringing nothing in. You want to take a year off, and you don't went and got $25,000. I don't think that where's the business? Where's the cleaning business he started for kids? I think that he let Tammy borrow the money. Y'all let me know. Put a one in the chat. I think that he let Tammy borrow the money. But he was losing his shit down there in Mexico when Heavenly was asking questions about stealing money out the bank account. Put a one in the chat. I think he stole that $25,000 and gave it to Tammy. Don't be no fool. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. He say, take your time. The loving ain't going nowhere. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. Let's invite Tammy on the next cab trip. Let's do it. I think what's good, Q? I think he gave it to her. Oh, yes. $25,000? $25,000 and a messy boots? I'm sorry. Listen, that's what I think. You can come and ask me. What you mean you want to take a year off and you want to take $25,000 out the account? What you mean you want to take a year off and you want to take $25,000 out of the account? Talking about you want to do a task buddy for kids. Where is it today? Well, it was nothing when you went about the Maserati. I made the money. I'm the breadwinner. You got to come and ask me. Or else we split the money up. I would have split the money up. Okay? Heavenly on the live said that she was trying to defend King, is what it sounded like to me. She was trying to defend King. Most of the viewers said that the stuff was squashed. From what I've seen, most of the viewers and stuff and people on Twitter was saying that the stuff was squashed and King came back. And so Heavenly said, most men, not gay men, not bitch men, not soft men, real men, straight men will go and defend their wife. Okay. And so to me, I feel like Heavenly was basically saying that gay men, bitch men, what is a bitch man? I don't know. Gay men, bitch men, not gay men, not bitch men, not soft men, real men, straight men. So she was saying what she was saying and she doubled down when she said it. Because she clarified straight men, real men, as if straight men were real men, and gay men, bitch men, and soft men wasn't real men. Okay? Heavenly meant what she said. Heavenly meant what she said, and it falls in line with what she had been saying on the show since she's been on the show. She don't even think that a real man should have a conversation with a woman. Heavenly think that she could say what she want to say about people, you know what I'm saying, or any man on the show, and the man ain't supposed to say nothing back to her. Heavenly meant what she said. I'm not shocked. And I think that more, I'm not shocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black gay man that grew up in the South. I'm not shocked. I think that a lot of people probably feel that way. They probably do. Does it mean she's homophobic? No, but she just probably don't look at as gay men as real men. I remember, I know I grew up on MTV. I remember it used to, anything that they had on MTV, I watched it. So it was the first season. Paris Hilton had a show. I think it was called Paris Hilton BFLs or something like that. And it was a whole bunch of people that was auditioning. It was like a competition, like a reality competition show where they was trying to be, Paris Hilton was looking for a best friend or something like that. And it was this gay Asian boy on there. Y'all remember the show? I'll never forget it. Well, I don't remember the show like that, but I remember one scene that really changed to me. It was an Asian boy on the show, and for some reason, everybody was in their underwear, and the Asian boy had on his underwear, and his print was showing. And one of the girls told him, "Oh my God, you are a boy," because she saw it. And I was remember thinking to myself, "Girl, what did you think that he had?" You know what I'm saying? What did you think he had? He's a man. He's a gay man. What did you think he had in his pants? A pussy? Or what? Okay. Thank you for the super chat, JW. She said all the punks have surround herself with, and she let this slip. She let it slip, meaning that's how you're saying she let it slip. That's how she really feel. That's how she really feel. Yes, she's so ignorant. Thank you for the super chat, JW. Frankie Tam, y'all don't remember that? Y'all put a 4 in the chat if you remember that. It was on Paris Hilton, Best Friend, and it was, I remember that. The Asian boy, and one of the girls told him, "Oh my God, you are a boy." I don't remember the man's name. I just know that he was Asian, and the girl who said it was was a white girl. But I remember, I will never forget that. You remember that, C. Patterson? Oh, you put a 2. I think I said 4. Does that mean you halfway remember it? I don't know. I remember that happening. And I remember thinking to myself, what did she, Meg, you put the 2. Did I say 2? Okay, you remember. JW remember. Paris Hilton, my new best friend. Yes, that happened on Paris. I was like, what did she think was happening? I think that it's crazy. Again, Heavenly has all these people think that the people listen, I'm not shocked that Heavenly thinks like that. I'm not a person who is like, oh, go cancel this person or go cancel that person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that person, you know, to tell somebody I don't really believe in cancel culture, you know. Heavenly said that, and that's how she feels. I really believe that's how Heavenly feel, and I believe a lot of people feel that way. But I don't want to start a whole gay men against women and black women, because that's what I see getting ready to go on in the comments, because you know it was a lot of women who was, oh, y'all know what she meant. I'm not shocked at what Heavenly said, because that's really how people feel, you know. But I'm trying to choose my words. She said how she felt. I'm not shocked. Um, and I think that a lot of people feel that way. But anybody can stand up with a partner. What Heavenly looks at as real man is toxic masculinity. You know, because you let's just say if Scott had approached Heavenly about the stuff that she was saying about him, he could approach her, he could approach her and her husband. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to pick and choose when the man is being a man or not and say what a man is. I know that a lot of people think the way Heavenly think because y'all thought, even though we seen, y'all automatically look at Dr. G and King and think that Dr. G would have got his ass whooped. Even though we seen Dr. G drop down and do 25 push-ups, we didn't see nobody else drop down and do 25 push-ups. He did 25 push-ups while saying somebody's name every time that he went down. And I mean, we just automatically just looking at them. We haven't seen any of them fight before. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just automatically look at the two of them and say, "Oh, Dr. G would have got his ass whooped." And y'all haven't seen any of them fight yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that people have biases on what they think, is over the one over the other. That's all I'm saying. People have biases. She probably really do believe that. I don't want to say nothing about her son. I had made a conscious decision earlier this season when I had saw her son on the show that I know that I made some jokes, but I had tried to back up on the jokes because I feel like if we want to, and I was telling one of my friends this, if nothing is wrong with being gay, then we do not have to attack her son because we see or we think that he's gay on TV. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say nothing about her son. I just feel like, and because I mean, if anything, why would we say something about her son after she said this comment? Because it's probably just make it worse for him when he get home. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if we think that there's nothing wrong with being gay, then we don't have to attack his son every time we see him on the TV. Is what I'm saying. Or every time we see people on TV that's gay, we don't have to always talk about it. Have to be a topic of conversation. He gay, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a talking point every time. That's just me in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We can't get upset and weaponize it on somebody else. And they're saying it is a way to hurt her or hurt her son. That's just me. But she said how she felt. If anything, I feel bad for her son that he grew up in a house like that. I do think that Heavenly is that they're gonna take care of their son. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy when we see kids like Zaya that grow up in a household where they have parents that understand them. And I want young gay youth to be in a home where they could be themselves and they have parents and stuff that support them. So I'm not gonna attack her son. And we don't even really know if he gay or not. And so, I mean, he never said it. I don't know until he come out. Do I think? Maybe, but we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like she could be homophobic. She might not be. I don't look. She meant what she said though. So she could have kept the apology. She told us at the beginning. She told us at the beginning of the season that she apologized sometimes. And she don't really mean her apology. She just want people to shut up. And I believe that's what she's doing right now. I believe that's what she's doing right now. Yeah. I think that's, did I say it? Yeah, I think that she was wrong on what she said though. And I think that also, I don't think that, and I'm not trying to be funny or toot my own horn. I don't think it was a nigga that we seen on Married to Medicine that could fuck with me fighting one-on-one. If we being real. And if we talking about gay men, real or people that's sticking up for women or they woman, we saw Brandon stick up for Kenya on Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kenya was being talked too crazy by Chris. We saw him get up, you know what I'm saying, and stop the man from putting his hands on her. And we also seen him get attacked by some of the straight men that was in the room. So let's not act like that some gay men don't be out here fighting. or getting down. They jumped him. They jumped him. Old boy held him down. Peter held him down, and Apollo was hitting him. And so the way that Candy was running around and Apollo knocked him out with the 1-2 punch, bitch, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. He was being held down, and so he couldn't fight back. So we have seen gay men stand up to straight men, quote unquote, real men. We've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen it. But yeah. I just don't, girl. I don't know. And he probably asked her to come on Watch What Happens Live. Do I think that she's gonna be fired? No, I don't think that she's gonna be fired. She moved on with business as usual. She moved on with business as usual. She was tweeting last night, just like everything happened. I just believe that. I do believe that a lot of people think like that. I don't believe that she's homophobic. You know what I'm saying? That's just probably how she feels. Well, that is how she feels. But yeah, but all in all, the episode, Agora, you spend quality time in the gym every week and you over 6'5", added your windmill game is on point. They're not gonna start with you. I know some gay dudes that's 5'5" that can get down though. I know some gay dudes that's 5'5" that can get down though. I'm just, but I do think that we in a different day and era. I think that Heavily them probably grew up, and I don't know, and I don't want the older gays to get mad at me. I'm just saying this. I think that Heavily them probably grew up in the era where the gay boys was probably scared and not gonna fight back. These new punks from let me not say that because it's a serious topic, but the new gays, the new gay men, you know what I'm saying? They're not going for that. They ain't going for that. They ain't about to be pushed around and talk too crazy, whatever, about the straight boys, whatever. That didn't happen. That don't happen no more. Just like Bill told DDG the other day, gay niggas can whoop ass too. Gay niggas will fuck somebody up too. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying, the new gays just ain't going for that no more. So back in the day, the gay man was fighting and scrapping and beating down men, and so she was saying it in a way that was messy and no facts. Right? 80s and up gays ain't going for that. Right? I'm in heavenly age group and they will beat your butt. Okay, Doreen. I'm just saying. I don't know. Loud and proud. She's been around funky too long and making assumptions. What's good, Richie B? She says, shout out to you, Gabor, for giving a clear-eye view and unbiased analyst on the show, and Dr. Heavenly the Doctor. Oh, thank you, Richie B. I appreciate it. The older gay guys were whipping behind too. They just didn't know that they were gay. But y'all, I want to come back and do Real Housewives of Potomac. Will y'all come back? I gotta go make me something to eat. I want to come back. Creole Fontano say my gay grandson, he can dog walk a nigga. Yes. Heavenly is a ghetto girl from Florida who is now a ghetto dentist on TV. She's not homophobic. She just have a hood mentality. And to be honest with you, Pascal, I think that as I was thinking about Heavenly earlier today, I was thinking like, okay, well, Heavenly also what if somebody had said, I don't want to go to a woman dentist. A man is a real dentist. Because you got some people. I feel like that a lot of men probably be like, I want to go to a man dentist or a man dentist. But you got a lot of gay men who would probably be like, I'll go. Let me go and try a woman dentist. I feel like a lot of times a lot of people be. Child. A male dentist is gay, child. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. Gay or straight, tall or short, a fight is a fight. Right. At the end of the day, a man is a man. Then Heavenly needs to go and buy her some class. She do need to go buy her some class. Thank you for the super chat, Trent King. He said, beyond, Mia took over part 2 the reunion too. She took over the reunion. Baby, I say Mia tuck her tail and run. Mia didn't take over part nothing. Mia didn't take over part nothing. She wasn't standing on business. What I saw from Mia was defeat. What I saw from Mia is defeat. Y'all, I'm about to set up the live. I'm going to be back in 1 hour. I'm going to be back in 1 hour. Let me see. Could I do it in 45 minutes? I'll be pushing it in 45 minutes. Should I do it in 45? Could I do it in 45 minutes? I'll be pushing it in 45. I'm going to do it. I'm coming back in 45 minutes, y'all. Okay? But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate the love and support. And I will see y'all in 45 minutes. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.